to do a video review of last week's Walking Dead. I gotta say, by far, it's my favorite show on TV. And it surprises me because that's definitely not my genre. I'm not into gore, I'm not into scary movies and shit like this. Growing up, you wouldn't catch me watching Freddy Krueger, Jason, all that type of stuff. But Walking Dead's a lot different, and it's not what I expected. And it definitely has more to do with the topic of human nature than these zombies and walkers, they call them. And how we can either help each other or we can turn on each other. And trust is always a huge factor in this show. And another thing is, it seems the only people you can trust are the people that you've known for a while. New people, be very wary of new people. And that's relative to real life, not just a TV show. Anyway, last week had to have been maybe the craziest ending to any of the shows on this series. Dale gets his fucking... Okay, let's stop. Dale is an old man. He hears something in the field. He goes walking out into a fucking field at night by himself, and he doesn't tell anybody. Of course, he ends up dead. The goddamn zombie ripped his fucking chest open. So, he's sitting there, he's alive, but not for long. And his friends are sitting there watching him, and they have to put him down. And Daryl, I think Daryl is my favorite character in this series. He was the one who had the balls to do it. He didn't enjoy killing Dale, but Daryl is an enforcer. And I think by far he's the most interesting character. And he's been going through a lot of shit in the show right now. So I'm hoping there are more scenes for him, concentrating on his character more and less on this drama between Lori, Shane, and Rick. I mean, I really could care less at this point. But I do enjoy both those characters, Rick and Shane, also. Lori is a pain in the ass, and let's see, Maggie is unbelievably hot. I mean, shit. I would stay on her farm for the rest of my life. And let's see, Glenn is a great character. I know a lot of people can relate to Glenn. He seems like the average American guy. He's kind of soft-spoken. He's not a tough guy at all. But he's had to change in this world of chaos. Now Shane is a character that I can relate to, except for this whole him stalking Lori and being all fucking obsessed with her. Now, if a woman's carrying your child, you do try to pursue her and make her a part of your life, have that baby be a part of your life. So he is going through some shit. But Shane is an enforcer also, and for the most part, he'll keep you alive, unless it comes down to it, a situation where it's you or Shane, one's gonna walk out alive. Then in that case, he will kill you, and that's what he's good at doing. So that's another reason why he's good to have around. Now Rick is Mr. Moral Dilemma, and he's always fighting with what he should do next, and he just doesn't seem to be able to follow through on some of the more brutal aspects of life in the zombie apocalypse. But Rick is also another character that most people can really relate to. He's a moral and just guy, and he's doing the best he can to take care of his family. Now, let's see. What I'd like to see is Daryl, whatever happened to his brother? We really need to start flashing back to some of these characters that were in the beginning of the series. What happened to the black fella and his son that were locked up in their home and they stayed back while Rick left town? What happened to them? I'd love to see them meet up with the group, which is highly unlikely, but I'd like to see an episode on what kind of hell they're going through in their neighborhood. Just he and his son and a bunch of fucking Walking Dead. And what happens to the Mexican gangster guys who are at the nursing home, taking care of the old folks and looking over them? I mean, that would be incredibly interesting to revisit them. Well, now that they've found out the location that they're initially going to is supposedly, no good, will they go back to the city? No, highly not likely. Where will they go? Where would you go? They can't stay on the farm for the whole fucking time. So you know something's about to happen major. And this guy Randall just has weird responses to questions. And he's slow. He seems like he may be like borderline, not bright at all. So, can you trust this guy? I wouldn't. I would have killed him. I know that's tough, but it's a TV show, and it's far-fetched. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And this guy, boom, gone. Randall is a creep. And I may be proven wrong, but I'd like to see how his character develops, because it sure doesn't look like they're going to be killing him off at this point. Now that Dale's dead, we have room for new characters. And Dale was kind of a pain in the ass. He was a nice old man, but a lot of us know that old people sometimes try to do these things that they're just not capable of doing anymore. And he just wasn't cut out for this type of world. It was just unfortunate that he had to die such a savage death. But he was put out of his misery, and he was lucky for that. Anyway, I'll do a review of Walking Dead and Talking Dead tonight after the latest episode. And I gotta say, Sunday has gotta be my favorite day of the week. Not only because Sunday is just the best day, no matter what, but Walking Dead's on at 9 o'clock on Sundays, AMC. If you haven't started following the series yet, you need to. Start at episode 1. It's a thrilling series, an incredible acting, and a great cast. And they continue to impress me. If I could be on any show, which I probably wouldn't want to be on TV, I would want to be on Walking Dead. I mean, this is badass. Anyway, check out my video tonight. We'll go over what happened in the episode. And have a great Sunday.